EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run. Here comes a rookie from Michigan State. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flipped from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dart going to look to throw here. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashed in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. To throw is Dart. Finding his target is Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll run on first down. Alexander. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On play action, here's Dart. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Kenneth Walker to third. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. Gives a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on them to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to Walker on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and they'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And Walker once more. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is third down at 4.
Ready? 60 back. Ready?
Looking to throw. Fernandez. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Cougar 19.
Walker now on first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down at 7.
60 Maverick, 60. Get it. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw. Fernandez. He completes this to Walker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Pass the 60. Come on. Hey. Pass the 80.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Operating from the gun, Fernandez. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready? Alert! Go! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bronco switch. Viking 18. Ready?
They'll run the toss to Walker. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Trap 50, trap. Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So getting 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Okay, ready?
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side, and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient, excellent job blocking, finds the gap, and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so they'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To throw now, Dart. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First carry here for the running back. And he will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Dart. And his throw is incomplete. And so he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Harrison Vivas to kick off.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
They run again with Walker. He's got it to the 43 here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Get it. 60 Bison.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings out 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Cowboy 80.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Come on. Set. Gotta be right.
Back to throw. Fernandez. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points up. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, 92 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Trying the left side with Walker.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Okay, ready?
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tag! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Lions. Panther Street, Panther Street.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Torrey Horton, 32 yards. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The kicker on.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14 to 10.
14. Giants 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the gun, Dart. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Dart. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, New York.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Dart. That one completes it again. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing his Dart. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with a big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
18 Cardinal, 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead.
40-yard line.
trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Smack! 60, smack, smack!
And going right back to Walker. Pushes past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Off the middle, here's Walker. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4 more yards there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, Warriors, 70.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80.
Flag, here we go. Motion, motion, motion.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Fernandez. Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Straight ahead, Walker. A strong run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 127 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. Check. Panther. Cougar 19.
Here's a handoff to Jenkins running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Get it. Ready.
A gear for Walker running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Panther 11, Panther 11, Viking 18.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive in the 3rd quarter.
35-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Curtis Jones there for the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Dart. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun, here's Dart. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd and 6.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Fernandez. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Get it. 76, Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the athletes continue to get better on the defensive front, but when you got an odd front, 3-4 here, the nose doesn't usually make a play like this.
Yeah, huge loss. Swallowed him right up.
I think what happened there was he usually gets doubled. When you single him up, and if he makes a move on the center, look out. Your running back may get eaten.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Let's go now.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That will good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
49-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To the air, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
From 17 yards out. And the Giants have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Harrison Vivas to kick off.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats. Ready. Tap the 60. Tap the 60.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The 27-yard line.
Here's second down.
Let's go. Nice.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Back to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Left side is complete to Reed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
He's back to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.